My boyfriend told me that I should stop writing meaningless books and he can find a better woman with better dreams, but his jaw dropped when I told him to search now because I'm done with him. My boyfriend and I have known each other for 10 years and dated for 2. He knows how much I like writing books. I self-published a kid's book last month, and he's been quiet about it. This past weekend at my family cookout, my father mentioned the book and how proud he is of me, but boyfriend walked inside saying he was grabbing our drinks. My parents offered me some money to go to a book convention, and boyfriend audibly scoffed. On the way home, I asked what his deal was, and he said his job, a back-end software engineer, would provide for us. He will let me have fun as a creative, but I eventually have to grow up. I laughed because I assumed he was joking. He was upset and told me my meaningless book was objectively illustrated poetry. I shut down and he then was upset I was acting mad, so I changed the subject. He continued to make my book a topic by jokingly saying my glorified illustrated poetry shows my middle child syndrome or that I must crave mediocre attention from people. I shrugged and replied, "Hey, if you think you're mediocre, okay," and moved on. He texted me the next morning, saying I had torn him down and was being a bully. Nad, he was kidding with me, and he hasn't responded to me at all since. Update, he ignored me for a full day, and I didn't reach out to him because I was honestly fed up with his attitude. We've been together for 2 years, and I never have seen him act this way. I flip-flopped between maybe he was having a bad day, or something was going on and he transferred his negative energy into my book. But no, he's just a soggy, moldy baby carrot that didn't think I had dreams of my own, or I would throw it away for him. Our mutual friends have told me that he had told them that I rubbed my success in his face and made him feel like a simp just following his girlfriend around and being ignored when he has a successful business and a higher paying job. He texted the day after his silent treatment that my not reaching out to him was a sign that I don't love him and went on to say that I love my book more than I love him because I neglected him while working on it, and then I didn't praise him at the party as my biggest supporter. The rest of his paragraph's long text talked about how he had this whole plan that he would marry me. We would be engaged this year, but then you started not listening to me to drop things and focus on us, our lives, and the future by taking up hobbies, and that my therapist poisoned me against him. It hurt because I immediately felt like all I did was rubbish to him. How the F can you say that? I loved him so much because he was someone I thought I would be with forever. Guess not. I got angry and texted him to ask, "What makes you think I don't love you? I do anything for you." And just as I hit send, his new message popped up, and it said, "You wrote your book, and you got your party. I assume now that I can finally have my girlfriend back, we can talk. I don't think you understand how I want our marriage to be, so I want to clarify things." But then he responded to my message, "Are you kidding me? If you're not going to prioritize me over a book no one but you cares about, why am I even staying with you? I can go find a woman who supports her man and wants his career and dreams to be successful." So I said, "All right, go find her. We don't work. Best of luck." Him, "Wait, are you breaking up with me?" Me, "What do you want me to do? You've made it clear I am not what you want anymore." He said, "You can't just break up with me." Me, "Chris, please." Him, "You can't just make that decision for me. You can break us up like this." "It's been 2 years," I said, "and 2 years in which one thing I wanted to do, one thing I was proud to have done, and you needed to poop on it. You've been so sour about it. I don't understand it. So get your better woman." Him, "But you can't just break up with me. We have to talk." He calls. I decline. Him, "Pick up. You are being ridiculous." He showed up at my door and the second I opened it, trying to push in, but I hadn't let the chain lock on. He was screaming at me. He said I can't break up with him. It's been 2 years. How do I think it will go for me to try dating again after passing the expiration date for children? That's when I asked him to leave or I would call the police. And he said he would never forgive me for this book as it's ruined me as a person, and for some reason. I said, "Chris, take your mediocre stick out of you mediocre butt and be on your mediocre way." And I called my parents to tell them what happened. My mom is over now plying me with a mixed drink, and she's been making fun of the repeated "you can't break up with me" line as he said many times in text and bunch in person. She said she was proud because I am usually quite passive, and she didn't like him bulldozing over me when I asked her what she meant. She brought up a lot of things I never really thought about. Chris would shoot me down a lot, and I honestly thought I was compromising for our relationship, but it seemed to some that I was just letting him speak for me a lot. 2 years. It feels like a blip in a lifetime at the same time. It's hitting me that it's over and my mom is staying over with me. But I have many WTFs to deal with, just not tonight. Update 2. Mom made breakfast this morning, and we ate when there was a knock at the door. My mom held a hand up to halt me and got up herself to go to the door and ask who it was. Then I heard her say, "You have 15 seconds to leave, or you're going to be made to leave." I got up to see Mom shouting through the still locked door, peeking through my peephole. There was someone on the other side talking back to her, but she just kept steadily counting down. By age 6, she had put her shoes on and was holding my broom. I'm not stupid. I knew it was him even then, but then my phone went off, and I didn't reply. It was him again. He left flowers and an apology card, along with a stuffed owl bear. Mom asked me if I wanted to read the card, and I said I did. It was a long-winded apology admitting he was in but work has him stressed, and he is underappreciated in general, and it all came out in a nasty way. He's so sorry. He should have given me space and respected me more, and he will never do it again. He didn't sleep last night feeling so much regret over what he did and will do better. Please call. He misses me, and the Mets do not throw away 2 good years of foundation over a stupid fight. I handed it to my mother, who read it, snorting and chuckling. "Yeah, I bet to herself. I had texted him, "Chris, we are done. Everything you left at my place is in garbage bags on the porch. The neighbors have their cameras pointed at the house, so please just take your stuff and go. Don't knock. I am not in. If it's all there on Monday, it goes with the rest of the garbage to the curb." He replied, "If not home, where was I? I will spend the weekend with my family and am so lucky to have them. I've decided that I will go for another book."